So you're adopted, and you're wanting to know where and how to start your search for your biological family. Well, I'm Big Ben, and hopefully the information I can give you is helpful to you. Tell you what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what cost me time, money, energy, and what was very helpful. So let's start with the first thing. And the first thing is a supportive adopted family, or a supportive wife or husband or friend that's going to help you, because you're going to need somebody. My mom didn't understand why I wanted to search for him. It hurt her, made her disappointed. You know, she would say, I'm your mom, I raised you, I fed you, I took care of you, and she's right, she did all those things, and she did a good job. She did the best she could with what she had to work with. And I had to explain to her, Mom, it's not about you, it's not about replacing you, it's about trying to figure out me. You know, why I'm a foot and a half taller than everybody in the family. Well, I know why. I'm adopted. I understand that. You know, they never kept it from me. You know, they were always honest with me that I was adopted. But, you know, why do I act like the way I act sometimes? And, you know, why do I feel like this? And, you know, I just need to know. It's not to replace you, Mom. It's just because I need to know. I have something deep down inside me that has a need to know. So hopefully you got a support somewhere, you know, a friend, family member. You know, I hope your parents understand. You know, both of my parents have passed now, and so, you know, I'm grateful to them for what they did. Second of all, you're going to need your non-identifying information. So your non-identifying information is, you get it from the county or the adoption agency that took care of your adoption. You get a hold of somebody, social worker, or write them a letter. You know, it's easier just to pick up the phone and call somebody. Tell them who you are, what you're looking for, and a letter will show up. And hopefully it has some good information in there. It's non-identifying, meaning they don't identify your parents, but they tell you a lot about what their lives were. What kind of medical issues they told them about. What kind of where they were at in their life and what was going on. So there's a lot of useful information in there. Like in my case, in my non-identifying information I received from the county I was born in, said I had a half-brother that was 3 to 4 years older than me. Well, that's useful information. Said she was in the middle of a divorce from a man who wasn't my father. Well, that's useful information. So, get that non-identifying information, read it, study it, hold on to it. I'm hoping there's something important in there for you that there was for me. Alright. Get on an Ancestry. Get on whatever these websites are. I chose Ancestry. Now, my search started in 1992. And in 92, there really wasn't no Google. You know what I mean? Not that I remember. I don't remember having anything in closer till about 2000. So there's 8 years of nothing. You know? I think it was around 2000, maybe 1998. And I got some sort of something I could get on the internet with dial-up. But so with that, we'll call it 1988, I started looking and couldn't really find anything. There wasn't a whole lot out there. But I did find a person that was willing to find a name for me or help me for some money. And they did. They gave me a name of what they thought would be my biological birth name. And they were correct. And it cost me like $400 back in 1998, which was a lot of money. So with that information in hand, I started looking up people with that last name. Now, come to find out it's a very common last name. I didn't realize it was a common last name until I started searching for it. Really spun myself in circles for many years until 2016. Now, 2016 is when I got serious about it. And when I got serious about it, it didn't take me very long to find these people. And hopefully it won't take you long either. So join Ancestry 23, join whatever you feel good about. I felt good about Ancestry. Here's why. They got marriage records, birth records, divorce records, index, dang census. They got all kinds of records. You know, anything that doesn't play on a record player, they have it. Now, I know you young kids don't know nothing about a record player, which, whatever, it is what it is. But they have a lot of records you have access to. So the first time I joined Ancestry in 2016, I only joined it for the records. So using those records, knowing what my birth name was, or what we thought it was, I searched that birth index, and that's what it was. Now, I assumed that was, again, her maiden name. I assumed wrong. But what I did is I used that birth index, went back 3 years, because I have a half-brother that's 3 or 4 years older than me, found that last name. Now it has her maiden name as the mother, and now I have my half-brother's full name and birthday. And he was 3 years older than I was. So using that information, I went back even further. Now I got lucky, her people stayed kind of in the same area. But I found her birth index. So now I have her name, her full name, her birthday, and her mama's maiden name. Now I have something to work with, right? So just backtrack it. Do what you can. So with that information, I was able to find where she got married to my half-brother's father. And then I could see where she got divorced from my half-brother's father before I was born. And then I also found where she got married again. And I found another half-brother. So, you know, I got lucky. Yeah, I got 2 half-brothers. Well, you know, with having half-brothers, they're easy to search out because, you know, the boy's name's not going to change. Now, they may go by something different on their first name or go by some initials or whatever. Now, you know, in my case, my older half-brother, he goes by something a little different than the name on his birth certificate. But I found him. Another point, take good notes. When you're looking for somebody, when you're starting this search, write down everything. You're going to start up a path of finding people. You're going to need to write down everything you find out about this person. Their name, their birthday, places they live, when they got married, when they got divorced. Whatever you can find, write it down. If you think it's important, write it down in a manner that you understand. And write down everything you think that's not important. Write down everything. Take good notes. My wife can look at my notes. She's got no clue on how I got it all together. But you know what? I look at them. I know how I have it all dialed in. So take good notes. So there you go. There's your first few things that I've done right and wrong. And we'll get back to you on another one of these. So hopefully you got somebody that's going to support you in your search. Get that non-identifying information. Join up with a place where you have access to records, birth records, all the records I explained to you earlier. Do that. And third of all, take good notes. Don't ever assume anything. Write everything down. Like I said, no matter how important you think it is or not important you think it is, how relevant you think it is, or you don't think it's relevant at all, write it all down, because that's going to save you time in the long run, I'll guarantee you. This is Big Ben. I'll get back to you with another one of these. Good luck in your search, and I hope this finds you well. See ya.